comedy called Don't Get Your Vickers in a Twist.
This is me, learning a lot in the army of the future. This is me too, driving a tank in tomorrow's army. It's a satisfying career with good prospects. You'll learn how to give orders, how to come out on top. In tomorrow's army, you work with the very latest technology. Above all, you'll get to see hundreds of different countries at first hand. So sign up with the army that's going places.
Here are the main points again.
2 Libyans arrested following murder of Arab journalist in London.
Iraqi government executes 2 leading Shiite dissidents.
Palestinian guerrillas attack women and children in Israeli kibbutz.
Iran, Islamic militants repeat their threat to burn the American hostages alive.
Arabs opposed to President Sadat try to kill him in a rocket attack.
And in Tripoli, Colonel Gaddafi has been shot in the arm.
Back home, Lord Carrington has apologized to the Saudi Arabian royal family for portraying Arabs in a slightly unfavorable light.
Avrà un figlio bravissimo, fortunatissimo, per verità. La 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 la. Alla fortuna, non mancherà. Oi,
The new president of Zimbabwe, the Reverend Canaan Banana, has denied accusations of nepotism among his cabinet. The statement was co-signed by Cardinal Moses Pineapple, the Reverend Nada Baningi Toffeeapple, and the Prime Minister, Mr. Robert Rubabe.
In an incognito visit today, the Queen travelled to Halifax and returned her Ganex.
In a border incident today in the Middle East, an armoured division of Iraqi cavalry crossed into Iran, mounted on inflatable Ariana Stassinopoulos dolls.
Mr. Norman Fowler, the Transport Minister who has vowed to improve British Rail, arrived by train in Kowloon, China today, the first stop on his fact-finding tour of Scotland.
Attention all passengers on platform 10. The 1720 Epsom Down service has been cancelled. British Rail apologise for any inconvenience caused to passengers. This is due to staff problems. Well, when I say staff problems, I mean, well, the driver's been having a rough time of it at home. His wife has left him, you see, and she's taken the kids. Poor bastard. I know exactly how he feels. I've been through it all myself 2 years ago. Even now, when things are a little bit quiet up here in the announcer's room, I still think of Wendy and the children. I never understood why Wendy had to go like that, without even leaving a note to say. I mean, I tried. God knows I tried to understand her, but she was so... I don't know, maybe I should have spent more time at home, but my job took up so much of my time. Trains late or being cancelled all the time. Oh, God! Oh, God! I'm really trying so hard, Jan. I'm sorry. This is horrible. Oh, this is awful. This is really embarrassing.
They've always got some bloody excuse, haven't they?
Fat, plump, obese, porky, wobble bottom. These are all terms of abuse that are constantly aimed at the overweight in our society. And tonight on the panel, we have representing the scout community, George Fletcher.
Hello.
And the Reverend John Tabbs Whiston, a stout Christian.
Good evening.
I'd like to start with you, George, if I may. Is stoutness as big a problem as you're making out?
Yeah, it's huge.
Oh.
And I'd like to start out by opening something up to the audience, if I can. Can I ask anybody in the audience who is stout, or who thinks he might be stout, to please raise his hand? Well, I think there is in a nutshell. You see, stout people are afraid to stand up for fear that they might never find their feet in a society in which, for example, they are openly prodded onto trains, in which police, quite without provocation, break into stout snack bars and giggle openly, and in which they are surrounded by stoutest graffiti. And an obvious example is Maximum Load 8 persons.
So you feel like the more fat people...
No, it's stout, it's stout.
Sorry,
it's stout. I'm sorry, but this is absolutely crucial, Jan. It's absolutely central. You see, we are not flabbies. We're not gut buckets. We're not pork features. We're not. And down these narrow streets a man must go. We are stout and we're proud.
Right.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
we'll take our first question from the audience.
Yes. I'd like to ask the Reverend Whiston how far he would go to gain recognition for stouts. I'm thinking particularly of the recent cool box demonstrations.
Right.
Did you hear the gentleman?
Yes, indeed. Well, I think this is very much a matter for one's own conscience. I mean, personally, one is not the sort of person who would go down one's high street dressed only in one's underpants, shouting, "Look at me, I'm enormous."
Yeah, but, John, that's exactly what you should be doing.
Oh, George.
Yeah, all right, well, I think there's a gentleman over there that may have something to add. Yeah.
I've been stout for some years now, and I'm fed up with the way the media portrays us as raving fatties.
He does have a very good point. I switched on radio the other day. I heard a joke. Orson Welles got on a speak-your-weight machine, and the machine said, "No coach parties, please." I'm sorry, but what is funny about that? I'm sorry.
Yes, what is funny about that? I mean, have you heard the one about the fat bishop and the choir boy?
No.
Yeah, but I mean, this is the point. I mean, fat people are funny.
That is a really stoutest remark. I'm sorry.
Yeah, right.
I'm sorry.
All right, well, we'll take the next question, please. I think it's Mr. Rogers over there. Yeah.
I have a friend who thinks he may be stout. What sort of advice can the panel give?
My advice to your friend will be absolutely straightforward. He must declare his stoutness now. He must squeeze out of the closet.
And I think there is a lot of help that can be given these days because the present stout counselling idea...
This is all crap!
Oh, no.
We've been sitting here listening to a load of wobbly...
It's Ron Miller. It's Ron Miller.
about the middle class bullshit.
Introduce yourself, Ron. Introduce yourself. This is Ron Miller of the extremist group Flab, Fat Louts Against Bikinis.
Right, look at Ron. Chuck, listen, look at this Slimming magazine. Slimming magazine. This isn't a million miles from what Adolf Hitler was trying to do. We demand a fat prime minister, more obesity in the media, the banning of the word ample, We want the force feeding of Skinny.
Ron, you're doing the movement more harm than good.
Where
Now
was,
sit
the
down.
Reverend, where was the Reverend Whiston at Notting Hill Gate in 79 during the worst flab riots this country's ever seen?
I hardly think this is
Organising plump discos, I expect.
Listen, Ron, I'm sorry to be personal, but I mean, you're talking about stoutism. You're not stout. You're not even overweight. In fact, you're skinny.
I you have to be fat to be stout now, dear.
Then pull.
I don't have to take that from you, you great wobble bottom.
Sit down. Sit down.
Yes, you're thirsty, aren't you? Well, guess what I've got? Your favourite little plant food watered down just the way you like it. So it keeps you on growing, and I can keep talking to you every morning because we're friends, aren't we? Yes, my beautiful, healthy little bird. Cut the crap and pour the bloody...
And it is my intention to prove to this court that my client is completely innocent of the charges of theft for which he stands accused. In evidence, I will produce receipts. Receipts given to me by my client as definite proof of purchase for the 3 articles allegedly stolen. This one for the digital watch. This one...
Digital what? What on earth is a digital watch?
Sorry, my lord. A digital watch. It's a watch worked by microelectronics.
How fascinating. Proceed.
Thank you, my lord. I will also be producing a receipt for the automatic video recorder, which I...
Automatic video?
Yes, yes, they're quite popular these days, my lord. It's a machine that records television programs on special tape.
How fascinating. What will they think of next? Proceed.
Thank you, my lord. And finally, I will produce in this court a receipt for my client's deluxe model inflatable woman, whatever that is.
The deluxe is the one with the real hair and the light like the picture.
Seen it and felt it. And it's an experience I shall never forget.
Buckingham Palace have announced that following her review of the cadets at Sandhurst, Mrs. Thatcher is to take on further royal duties, such as being beheaded in car parks.
The Italian entry to the Eurovision Song Contest, I Can't Get No Contraception, has been cancelled after the Pope advised them to pull it out at the last minute.
Following allegations that he fell on his own head and broke his own jaw, Jimmy Kelly is to be charged with grievous bodily suicide.
See you, mate.
Hey, you know Tracy?
No, Trace. Have a sniff?
Yeah. I'll have a tube of Permo joint. Tough.
Oh, just a small tile adhesive.
Two of them, John, please, John, and small tile adhesive, and I'll have another bottle of Walker's and the Around the Office gum. And one for yourself, John.
Oh, cheers. I'll have half a sticky label, thanks.
No, thank you.
Hey, wine boy!
Hey, yeah. Right, there we are, Trace. Get your touch around that.
Oh, right.
Cheers, then.
Cheers. Here, where's your bird then?
Who, Sharon?
Yeah.
Oh, terrible. Gone right off her.
Eh?
She started hitting those cheap tubes of Eva stick every night, glued to the television.
Is this your local then, Dale?
Yeah, it is now. I used to go down the Urnhill Ironmongers, but I don't sniff and drive anymore.
Here, you know Scabby Arnold lost his licence, don't you?
Did he?
Yeah, he did. Mind you, he's only got himself to blame. You know, he sniffed 7 buckets of wallpaper.
I knew he'd come unstuck one day.
Not yet, he hasn't.
Get us a sellotape, Dale.
Yeah, 2 cheese and onion sellotapes, John, and
I'll have a packet of pulley full of scratchings.
Cheers.
Right.
Yeah.
Hiya, tell him what we just saw.
Oh, yeah. Listen, you know Scott, don't you?
Scotty! Yeah, I know him. Real character. Right.
We just drove past his house and I saw him dragging a dead horse into his garage.
Oh, yeah, didn't you know? He makes his own stuff now. Not bad either, apparently. Plenty of body in it, you know. Fancy another?
No, I'm sticking to this one.
Oh. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
You.
You who?
Don't mind if I do.
Apparently, yes. But, the problem really started in Birmingham, surely. Well, your people gave me the details, yes. Apparently there were 7 of them, is that right? Yeah. Well, listen, how about if your people talk to my people about it? Then their people can, they get hold of my secretary and she'll pass on.
He is?
He isn't.
He is!
What do you think of that, then?
Hello! Here I am in this very little known corner of Norfolk with, as you can see, what looks to be a perfectly ordinary helicopter. In fact, it is a perfectly ordinary helicopter. So, why have I travelled over 100 miles to this remote corner of East Anglia to talk about what is, to all intents and purposes, a perfectly ordinary helicopter? Well, the answer is quite simple. I like shouting. The more background noise there is, the more chance I get to shout, and the more I like it. Now, I could get the pilot to stop the helicopter so you people at home could hear better what I'm shouting about. But appreciate this. If he stopped the helicopter, there wouldn't be any noise. And if there were no noise, and I was left here standing, shouting my balls off, I'd look a bit silly. Of course, I am a bit silly. Otherwise, I wouldn't have booked this job as a BBC presenter who always chooses the noisiest location just as an excuse to shout his balls off in the first place. Of course, I'm not in the same league yet as shouters like Raymond Baxter and James Bloody Byrne.
Good evening. Or is it? Tonight I'm going to be asking the really important questions. Who am I? What am I doing? What the hell am I talking about? And why do I keep doing things like that? Well, it's something to do with the fact that I can't stop questioning the last thing I said. Or is it? Or isn't it? Or isn't it? Or both. Why did I just do that? Or that? Well, you see, it can all be summed up in one sentence. So why isn't it? Well, the basic reason behind all these meaningful stares can be summed up in 5 words. I'm clever, but you're stupid. So you see, that's why I can stand around in front of television cameras doing this at peak viewing hours, because if you did it, you'd be locked up. So there we have it. It's all really very simple. And if it isn't, I make it up. So until then, goodbye. Hello again. Now, that fooled you, didn't it? Or did it?
Lord Carrington, in apologising again to Saudi Arabia for the ITV programme Death of a Princess, says he offers the Saudis the hand of friendship, which previously belonged to the producer of the documentary.
We regret to announce that Bernard Manning, the comedian who was warned by his doctors to lose 5 stones or die, has today lost 5 stones.
Puerto Rican police have confirmed that the main turbine failure which brought the island to a standstill was the work of saboteurs. Apparently they found traces of Horlicks in the donkey.
Thank you, Andre.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Walk all over foreigners on American Express.
And I shall need a card.
That'll be $50 deposit, sir.
American Express?
That'll do nicely, sir. And would you like to rub my tits, too?
Put your head in between them and go blubbery, blubbery, blubber with American Express.
First class sleeper to Edinburgh, please.
£44.
American Express.
What?
American Express.
Don't do them on British Rail. Got any money? Try travelling by rail or ship with American Express. And see how far you get.
Unconfirmed sources report that Colonel Gaddafi of Libya has survived a second assassination attempt. Doctors say that the bullet went right through the middle of his head, missing his brain by 6 feet.
The Ayatollah Khomeini is again having trouble with the Kurds. Doctors say it's not uncommon at his age.
After a long and full career lasting more than 40 years, President Tito's obituary writer died in Belgrade today. He was 83.
I like bouncing, boing, 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 up and down until I get a pain in me groin. To be happy, and when it really counts, turn into a rubber ball and bounce, bounce, bounce. Bouncing down the club with this bird named Dennis. I said to her in passing I was pretty good at tennis. She looked me up and down and said it doesn't need announcing, judging by the way your balls are bouncing. Boing, boing, up and down until I get a pain in me groin. Try to be happy, and when it really counts, turn into a rubber ball and bounce, bounce, bounce. Oh! I'll get him in the morning and I bounce around the bed. If me mum comes in to wake me up, I bounce on her instead. When I'm in the bathroom, I bounce around the bath. But you want to try to shit and bounce, that's really quite a lot. Try to be happy, and when it really counts, turn into a rubber ball and bounce, bounce, bounce.
And is mine one, said Abu. Nay, not so.
Replied the angel. Abu spake more low.
But cheerly still, and said, I pray thee then.
The angel heard and vanished. The next night,
It came again with a great awakening light.
and showed the names whom God of love had blessed, and lo,